Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Jaygeons and Dragclarks, the only live stream D&D stream on Twitch that has my name in it. We are back from a long hiatus. A lot of scheduling events have prevented us from getting back in. And we're still a little light, but we're moving forward on this. Just like last time, our map's been brought to us by Reddit user Pigeon the Wing. Pigeon the Wing. Has done an absolutely amazing job on this. I recommend that if you need maps for your Curse of Strahd campaign or just homebrew elements that you like to derive, check out this Reddit user. Good stuff. It's free. Works for everybody. Last time, you guys had searched through Castle Ravenloft. You made your way in, found Rahadin, who led you to believe that Strahd was one floor up. What you guys did not know is that there's a quick little sucker punch that they have planned for you. You found the Sun Sword inside a broken barrel. Crispin lost his mind a little bit at one of the bell views that really didn't understand what he was asking for. And then you climbed the tower to find the Heart of Strahd, which you guys are currently around. We have just taken initiative. The initiative order right now is Haggard at 22, Lucian at 18, and Laven at 12. But we have not started combat yet, so we'll let you guys take it away.
What were we rolling initiative for? I don't remember doing that.
I just sat there and asked for initiative, because it seemed like you guys are gearing down to fight something. So I just sat there and said, hey, I'll take initiative, and we'll just save it for later.
Oh, okay.
Well, I want to ask, I know Lucian is hurting, and want to ask the rest of the group, everyone can use hit points back. I can use a domain spell to disperse 55 hit points throughout the group.
Let's see here. Esmeralda's going to have an opinion on that. Let's see here. Esmeralda kind of looks at Haggard and goes like, this is something where if we don't use all of it, the entire energy of that spell, we might be wasting it. We might want to wait a little bit longer before we try using something that powerful. Do we have any potions that we can use instead?
We do not have any potions.
Because I still have one.
I have one potion of healing.
Yeah, I have one of greater healing.
Well, it sounds like it's a great and powerful Oz kind of thing, but the 55 points can only take each character back up to half of its hit points only. So, maybe that's what you're saying. Yeah. In order to actually make avail of all of that.
And it seems like it's designed to save us from the brink. And I don't see anybody at the brink yet.
No, I'm not on the brink, but I'm not even at half. But I do need something.
Yeah. Do you need the potion of greater healing?
Yeah.
All right. Esmeralda comes over, gingerly hands it over. As you guys are looking around, you see a number of, throughout the entire staircase up, a number of weapons and different battlements set up along the wall. However, as you get around the heart, you see it's a lot closer. There seems to be way more on this level. And then how many hit points did you get back, Lucian?
17.
All right.
I missed what you said about like the battlement though.
Yeah, there's along the walls here of this tower, there's a lot of weapons and battlements posted around here. It seems to be in greater concentration on this level than it was on lower levels.
Are the walls going to attack us?
I don't know, are there any tables to turn into enemies here?
Or rugs, for that matter.
That's true too, yeah.
I mean, what's a weapon but a sharp rug?
It's a rug, but a soft weapon.
Do we want to like investigate these battlements at all to see if there's any magic around them, or do we want to just try to take care of this heart?
I feel like either way, if they attack us, they're going to attack us, right?
Probably, yeah.
Because I could do the thing where I try to pick up one of them, and then they all attack us.
And then we have to try to defeat them and destroy the heart.
Well, I think what's going to happen is if we start attacking the heart, then there's going to be something that's going to appear and use the weapons to defend the heart.
So, I mean, is there a way we can neutralize those things, or should we just get some cheap shots on the heart first?
It almost seems like it's going to be inevitable, but maybe I'm just expecting the worst, as usual.
Maybe.
Well, let's also remember here that we're in the castle of a deranged madman that also has one of your friends. I think expecting the worst is par for the course right now. Is there any way that we can just blow this heart up and get the hell out of Dodge before things can come attack us? Because let's be honest, that would be the absolute worst way things can go down, and I would probably expect it.
How far away are we? Is this hard to, in the drawing, it appears to be like floating urethally. How far away are we actually from being able to have contact with this thing?
From where your character is standing right now, it is about 10 feet in front of you. You can easily throw something at it, but it's outside your reach.
And is the black abyss exactly what it looks like? A black abyss, nothing underneath it?
No, just the bottom of the tower.
Yeah, not except for several floors of falling.
Yeah, this is the highest tower we're in right now, right? Is that,
yes.
Is that number? Okay.
Yeah, at this point, let me grab the map so I can give you an estimate as to how high up. It's in the hundreds of feet.
Well, that's fine. You don't have to go through that hassle.
It's right here. You're about 300 feet up.
Anything more than 30 feet is going to kill us anyway, so.
It's not true. You're probably right, but it's not inherently true.
Right, but 10 times that amount is probably pretty deadly.
I just remember watching that Mythbusters and the 100 Gs and terminal velocity, and well, I just feel that's probably going to happen. So,
yeah. What is the terminal velocity of an armor-wearing Goliath?
It's probably still around 120 feet per second.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, so you'll have a couple of seconds to say goodbye.
You might get to take 2 breaths. So do we just like go with this hard and fast then?
So do we just want to jump on it?
Yeah.
I gathered from that we're jumping on it.
At this point, Esmeralda kind of heads into the hallway here. It's like, has anybody checked what's out here? Like, if we do, let's say that we're all right in fearing the worst, and these weapons come and attack us, which isn't outrageous given how crazy everything else is in this world. What if we created a choke point so they can't all get at us at once?
Yeah.
I think they're just going to appear in the area. I don't think there's going to be any rushing at us. It's going to be wherever we see a weapon or whatever that is, that's where something's going to appear and grab the weapon.
That's not a bad idea, though. But if they can only come at us 2 at a time versus 7 at a time.
Like, for example, this right here, and she's pointing to, like, this item right here, doesn't actually touch it. This here's a halberd. This isn't just, they move me and I get stabbed by this. There has to be some force swinging it. So it has to be able to move. I imagine it's not just one quick swing and it's done. It'll have to move to us. I'd rather face 2 of these than counts around 5, 8, 9, 10 of these all at once.
So we're going to assume that these are creatures that have to rush into the room. They're not just going to appear, because this is D&D. Shit just appears and disappears. They're not just going to vaporize or morph right next to the weapon, just on the spot, out of thin air.
Right, but even if they do, if we're all together and are able to back out of the room this way, then we can move away. It's not like they can just, appear and then just keep appearing.
Yeah, because it's not, like, just to let you know, they are in the room currently. They're stationary. This is one of them. Here's another. It's subtle based off of the background, but, like, they're all affixed to the wall.
Right, he's saying like something's going to, like, bamf in and start wielding it as soon as we start attacking the heart. That's his concern. But so I see your point there, but I think that even if that is the case, our best bet is still to all be over here on this ledge, and we can skedaddle that way if we need to.
Okay, that's fine. I actually didn't realize that we were already planning exit strategy. That's usually my thing, so when someone else does that, I guess I don't recognize it as much.
I'm sorry for taking your job away from you, Hagrid.
No, that's fine. I stand corrected. I'm on the same page now. Same Dr. Seuss book. Let's go.
All right. So the initiative count still has not started up yet. Does anybody want to make a move?
I'm seriously contemplating jumping on this thing.
Well, don't do that, because what if it falls?
What if it doesn't?
You got to pull a Johnny Rico like Starship Troopers and break it open and throw it in there.
It wasn't me.
I think I'd like to cast Eldritch Blast at it. If we're ready to attack the heart, like, that's what I want to do. Is I want to attack the heart, destroy it, and find out what happens next.
Yeah, that's as good a plan as any.
Hagrid, you don't have ranged attacks, right?
I do.
Oh, you do. Okay, never mind.
I also have a crossbow I can use.
Okay.
All right. With that being said, with Eldritch Blast announced, Lucian, roll your attacks.
Okay. All right. The lowest dice value was an 18. It was 18 and 2 19s. I don't know what I need to hit, but I have.
Wait, you get 3 attacks?
Yeah. Now that I'm level 11, I have 3 beams.
Oh yeah, that tracks.
And it's plus 8 to hit. So.
Yeah. All 3 of those hit.
Okay.
Laven, go back to where you're standing. Since Lucian engaged battle.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So it's 14, 27 plus. So it's 37 damage.
37 damage. Nice. So as you sit there and put your hand out, you see 3 beams of energy coming across, like each of your index, your middle, and your ring finger. And you just point them over, and they just howl right through the center of the heart, come through and expel out the other side. And at this point, you guys wait a couple of seconds. The heart is it had been beating, it had been undulating, And you see it's strained now. The perforations you put in a heart work exactly like, you know, perforations in a heart. Blood's starting to like pour down. And at this point, because battle has started, Hagrid, you're up next.
All right, I am going to. I think I'm going to start off with just Sacred Flame.
All right, and that is a save.
Dex, yeah.
Dex save on a heart floating in the air.
I'm gonna guess it's low dex.
Yeah, I'm guessing. How's a natural 2 do for you? Roll damage.
Believe it or not, it must have tripped actually while trying to move. So,
Yeah. It turns out the heart beat exactly into the fire. So now you have a bleeding heart that's also on fire. This is perfect for like a punk band, guys.
yeah, right.
Yeah, it should be. It should be like an album cover.
You know what, guys, for the punk band I haven't made yet, that's going to be our first album cover. No one else can take it. You heard it here on the internet.
Okay, 13 radiant damage.
13 radiant damage. Holy
13 is a lucky number this time.
At this point, as the fire comes through, you're starting to see like the connective tissue between the chambers of this heart begin to separate. It looks like it's on its last legs right now. And as this happens, you just feel the entire tower begin to shake. It's beginning to like lean back and forth. Like, you know how skyscrapers will bend in high winds? That's kind of what you're feeling right now. Lucian, Leovan, Hagrid, I need you to make dexterity saving throws.
All right.
Oh, God.
17.
All right, that's a pass.
29.
That's a pass. 4 is a failure. I'm going to have you make a strength check for me. Because at this point, you've been knocked off the ledge, but you have a chance to get your hand on there and just keep yourself from falling.
So this is just another 20 roll?
Yes, D20, add your strength modifier.
16.
16. As you begin to sit there and your front foot slips out, you begin to fall down. You're able to just sit there and get your left hand across the ground there, and your right fingers just grip in, and you're holding on for dear life. It looks like you've been able to keep yourself from falling the 300 feet down to the bottom.
All right, that's a plus.
Yep. At this point, you begin to see, with that reverberation, these weapons here begin to levitate. Like the vibration allowed them to levitate off of the wall a little bit. And when they get hit by the wall, they get thrust forward a little bit. They seem to be floating out there. But in the meantime, Lucian, you're up.
Okay. I am going to... I'm going to step back 5 feet from the ledge. And I'm going to... I'm going to do another Eldritch Blast at the heart.
Okay, go ahead and roll your 3 attacks.
All right. So there's a 25, a 23, and a 14.
The 25 and the 23 hit. The 14 does not.
Okay. All right. 20 damage.
20 damage combined. As this one happens, you can see there's small little pieces of connective tissue between the chambers of the heart left, and you're able to aim your finger at each one. And based off of how specific the target is, your first shot just goes right through and misses. make the adjustment, comes through lower chambers, sit there, and on the second and third shot, just straight fall apart. It drops to 300 feet down. It looks like everybody in this room just went to prom with Carrie. As the heart itself now disappears in a bloody, bloody mess. And that was not full. I want to make this... there we go. It's exploded. At this point, Esmeralda goes, well, that was easy. Way easier than I expected.
I want to swipe some of the blood off my forehead and have a taste.
Yeah, roll for swipe.
Little help?
Roll for swipe. 8?
Put your token back.
Can I make an attempt to get myself up onto the floor again?
In just a second here, because we have floating halberds everywhere. Yeah. So you're all done with your turn, Lucian?
No, I'm going to move over and try to help Hagrid.
All right. So the cantrip would have been your bonus action. Yeah, you can use your action to try to pull him up. Roll... I'm assuming, Hagrid, you'd want to try to get yourself up as well.
Yes.
And how much is how much does your character weigh? Lucian, what's your strength value?
I have a strength of 8.
Okay.
I'm a robust 250.
All right. Make a athletics check, Lucian, with advantage.
Okay. An 8.
As you get through, you're grabbing the elbow that's exposed in the air, and as you're trying to make a tug here, you realize 250 pounds plus armor is a lot more than you thought Hagrid weighed. You're not hurting him at all, but it didn't work as well as you thought it would. That brings us to Leovan. You're next up.
I'm going to go to here.
Okay.
These things haven't moved yet, right?
They have not moved yet. They're floating off the walls. It's almost like in the way that D&D works, they're waiting for their initiative count.
I am going to then use my new volley ability and shoot at each of these 3 things at the same time.
Okay.
Because they're within 10 feet of this point.
Yep. Roll to attack then.
16 on the first one.
Hits.
14.
Misses.
And a 25.
Hits. So I'm assuming you're going to hit the central one first.
Yeah.
So you can choose either the closer or the farther one that you missed.
The farther one.
Okay. Yep. And then roll damage for the middle and the front.
11 piercing and 6 piercing.
Okay. Awesome. Good start. Anything else?
I want to do that again.
Can you do that again?
It says can use action. Let me look at the actual description.
Yeah.
You can use your action to make a ranged attack against any number of creatures within 10 feet of a point. You must have ammunition, and you make a separate attack roll for each target.
Yeah. I'd say we'll go with that for right now. You can do it twice, but I need to double check that because it's very vaguely worded. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, 11, 16, and 20.
The 16 and the 20 hit. So that one, based off the way that you rolled, you missed the middle one this time, but forwards and back, the front and back got hit.
Okay.
Which is
that's
surprisingly accurate for firing 6 arrows in 6 seconds.
What can I say?
Yeah.
8 piercing and 12 piercing.
All right, and this last one. I will sit there and tell you that it's very hard for you to determine what injures a weapon because it's not like they have emotions or expressions, but you chip the hell out of the weapon itself. All right, at this point, it is the weapon's turn. Let's see how they can move. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so they're hovering right now. They're not moving particularly quickly. However, there will be 1 attack at Lucian, 1 at Esmeralda, 1 on Laven, and 2 at Hagrid. Hagrid, under the effects of what would be considered prone, will have his at advantage. That's a 19, a 16 plus 3.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, and then the second attack is a 15. Nope. All right, so that is only 1 hit, and that is how much damage? Okay. 8 slashing damage from the halberd as 1 comes in and cuts you right across your right hand that's gripping onto the wall, but thankfully you weren't able to lose grip. Next up we'll go Lucian, which is just a straight roll. That's a 15.
15 will miss.
Oh, gotcha. Esmeralda, nat 20. And that will do 9 slashing damage. As this one cuts right into her forearm. And then Leovin's. That's another 19, 16 plus 3.
It ties? That
Then
means
it
it hits me? Okay.
Yeah.
I always forget that.
That'll be 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
Yep. At this point, it is Esmeralda's turn. To end the round, Esmeralda is going to take out her +1 rapier and making 2 attacks at this. Oh my god, dude. I just rolled double nat 20.
What?
I'm so glad I rolled that for Esmeralda instead of for somebody else. So let's go. That ends up being 2d8 doubled plus 10. 8, 16, 28 damage against this one right here. As you see, like, as soon as she gets cut by halberd, she gets flippin' pissed, takes her rapier, just finds it, like, and was able to split the shaft of the halberd, grabs the remaining piece and just breaks it over her knee. This halberd's done. That brings us back to the top. Hagrid. In order to give up, just give me a strength check with advantage.
That is a adjusted 20.
You easily pull yourself up. Lucian still has his hands connected to you. He looks super impressed with how strong he was. Not realizing, like, it's like that one friend that is literally just trying to not carry stuff while moving. But you easily get yourself back up. It will cost you your movement for this turn, but
Okay.
your action and bonus action are still available.
All right, then I would like to attempt to hit the halberd that is to the south of me.
All right, roll to hit.
That 20.
Naturally hits.
Naturally.
Are you hitting this with your Warhammer that got blessed?
Yes.
Give yourself an extra recharge point.
Okay, so I get that one back then, so I'm back to 2.
Woohoo.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, so with Divine Strike and the damage from the weapon itself, that is 14 bludgeoning.
14 bludgeoning damage. All right. That
10.
Wait.
Sorry.
That's also
10
plus 1 weapon. Did you add that in too?
No, I forgot.
All right, so that's 15 damage, which is exactly what we needed. As this comes down, you just sit there and with a wry grin on your face, you just slam that hammer straight across, catching it right on the highest point of the halberd, and slamming it against the ground. The shaft breaks and just flies off into the distance. It turns out halberds are not structurally stable. Yeah, that brings us to the heart, which is dead. Based off of the shitty ass art I put on top. Lucian, you're up. Still holding on to the elbow of Hagrid.
Okay, I would like to.
Do I still have bonus action?
Oh, you do still have your bonus action. I'm sorry.
Because I hit with the melee. All right, I want to use my my old standard Sacred Flame and cast it against this halberd right here.
All right, roll with disadvantage because you've got one right next to you.
Oh, I do. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that one.
I know it's subtle. It's not. It's hard to see.
Why don't you use like? Oh no, I shouldn't say anything.
Yeah, correct. You shouldn't say anything. Go hold that elbow.
Well, can my bonus be another melee attack?
Unfortunately, no. But if you want to sit there and try to like, not necessarily roll for attack, but just grab the halberd and try to throw it somewhere, I would let that be a bonus action.
I'll roll. I'll try to attempt the original one that I did with disadvantage.
Okay.
Gosh, it's going to be a 8.
And 8 does a great job of burning up part of the wall here. There's some great singe marks down here in the southwestern portion. Let's see here. That completes bonus action. Now it's Lucian's turn.
Okay, I would like to let go of Hagrid's elbow, obviously.
Reaction, yeah.
And I would like to use BAO to attack the halberd to my left, or my north.
Okay.
Wow, natural 1. Cool.
You were holding BAO in the wrong hand, even though you have pretty proficient in 2-weapon fighting. It's just different. It's weighted differently. And then you sit there like, oh, that's what I did, and correctly switch it to your other hand.
I guess I will, even though I know it'll be at disadvantage, try to shoot it with Eldritch Blast then.
All right, roll with disadvantage.
Okay. All right. The first one is a 14.
Yes.
The second one misses also. And the last one is a 17.
17 hits.
Okay. All right. 8 damage.
You can thank the volley that Laven put in, because that's your first 2 shots. Sit there and go left and right, and instead you just sit there and grab the halberd at its handle, and just sit there and shoot the final blast into your hand. It stings like hell, but you're able to shatter that halberd.
Woohoo!
And yes, I know that's not how Eldritch Blast works. We're doing this for color.
And then I will move right there and end my turn.
All right. That brings us to Laven.
All right, I'm going to take out my jeweled rapier and swing at this guy.
All right, go for it.
It is a 22.
Hits.
And 12 piercing.
All right. At this one, you're able to sit there and get it right into the part of the wooden handle, and the sword just bifurcates it. It's now that you've seen exploding halberds, it looks like it's close to exploding. Yep. All done?
No, when I hit it again because it's not dead.
Correct.
24.
24 hits, even harder.
And I can't math. 10 piercing.
All right. On this one, you sit there and completely rapier Robin Hood yourself. Split the first bifurcation, send it completely along. The handle itself just is now in 2 absolutely perfect pieces, indistinguishable from the other, and the blade just sits there and falls. Long story short, it did. I say you, he did. Now it's the remaining halberd's turn. So we'll go 1, 2. 1, 2. This one's here. It'll just slide up. 1, 2. 1, 2. Down. 1, 2. So that means we've got one that can. One's going to go after Lucian, one's going to go after Hagrid. We're going with the one to Hagrid first. That's another 19, 16 plus 3. Rolling a lot of 16s today. And then Lucian, that is a 9 plus 3, 12.
Misses.
All right. Hagrid, that will be 11 slashing damage.
All right.
Now it's Esmeralda's turn. She'll step forward and she's going to make another inspired series of slashes with her rapier. It's more thrust than anything else. That's a natural 19, which will hit, and I think that's a 16, which will just barely hit. What's her modifier? So many pages, guys. No, that's plus 8, so that definitely hits. Four, 8, 18 damage on this one right here. And here's, this one, as she sits there and knocks it through, the halberd's still intact, but it must have knocked the magic out of it because it just flew 300 feet down into a bloody mess of what used to be a heart. That brings us back to the top with Hagrid.
All right. It appears like I have 2 of them that I can melee.
Yes.
Both in melee range. All right.
Yep.
I guess I'll try the one that's mostly in front of me.
We've got the one in between you and Lucian and the one right here.
Yeah, the second one is what I'm.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they can take care of that other one. I hope.
Same.
Famous last words before you get stabbed to the chest with a halberd.
I don't think I made it. That was only an 11.
11, unfortunately, does not hit.
All right. I guess I'll try Sacred Flame.
Okay. Roll with disadvantage.
13.
13, unfortunately, doesn't hit either.
Okay.
All right. If you don't want to move, Lucian, you're up next.
Sacred Flame is a dex saving throw, not a hit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
I just remembered that myself.
That is a 12. I'm assuming it does not meet the DC.
It does not.
All right, roll damage then.
11 radiant damage.
11 radiant damage. Awesome. So you sit there and you cast out the Sacred Flame, and you sit there and feel like you misjudged it, but by the power of sheer will, it turns around and comes back and sets the halberd on fire. It's almost like the DM screwed up simple understanding of the rules. All right.
It too, so.
Yeah. So thank you for reminding me about that. Lucian, now you're up.
Okay. I will attack the halberd between Hagrid and myself.
Okay.
A 14.
14 misses, unfortunately.
Jesus, damn. I'm rolling like crap. All right, well,
Did you roll with advantage on that?
I did.
Okay.
It was a 1 and a 4.
Do you not have extra attack?
I do not.
Oh. That sucks.
Yeah, I don't get that as a rogue. Or a warlock.
As a hexblade, you will.
Eventually, yeah. But we have to get to level 16 first for that. I guess I'll try Eldritch Blast again.
All right, roll with disadvantage.
All right. First one that's two 15s. So that is a 23.
Hits.
Second one is also a 23.
Hits.
And the last one is a 19.
Hits.
Okay.
All three hit.
All right. So with advantage, I can't hit with a sword, but with disadvantage, I can hit with 3 magics.
It's almost like spellcasting is super high modifiers.
Actually, my attack bonus is higher. All right, so that's going to be 13 plus 23, 29 damage.
Yeah, I'm running out of ways to destroy halberds, so if you've got one, come up with it, because it just exploded.
The Eldritch Blast hits the halberd and is absorbed in the shaft, and then the shaft splinters.
Ooh, splintered shafts. That sounds painful.
Yeah.
All right, all done?
Yes.
Leovan.
Right. I'm going to hop back outside so I don't accidentally hit these guys, and I'm going to volley from this point so I can get all 3 of those guys.
Yeah, okay.
25,
Hit.
22,
Hit.
27.
Hits. All 3 hit. Roll damage starting with the front.
All right. 10 piercing,
Explodes.
7 piercing,
Intact.
6 piercing.
All right. Sweet deal. And based off of the way that you're playing, you still have another attack.
I do.
You're built like a demon hunter in Diablo 3 right now.
I don't know what that means.
That's our Corey does. That joke was for him.
Let's do it again.
All right.
Natural 20.
Naturally hits.
And total 20.
Still hits. I'm assuming that one's going to be the natural 20 was on the front.
Yeah.
All right.
So that one will be 16 piercing. And then the other is 5.
All right. So that front one, like I said, I'm running out of ways that a halberd can be destroyed, so come up with one.
It blows up as if there was a bomb inside it inexplicably.
Okay, so like that one episode from Grey's Anatomy, got it. All right. The arrow comes through. This one has a weird tip on it. You have no idea why Laven has one with such an odd tip. And you hear this odd ticking sound. It comes through. The halberd, for some reason, is able to bend its shaft down, look at it, looks back up, and then the bomb goes off and just explodes.
Yes.
There we go.
All right.
So Laven's done. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's the remaining halberd's turn. We got 5. Come on, actually move. 5, 10. And 5, 10. Can make attack against Esmeralda. Natural 18, which will hit for 4 damage. At this one, Esmeralda was able to dodge the worst part of the blade, but still her left shoulder gets just clipped a little bit with the end of the halberd. It doesn't look like it's severe damage, but blood's starting to gush from the wound. At this point, before Hagrid goes to start round 4 of combat, you hear some skittering across the walls. You hear it. It's below you, and based off the echoes, you feel like it's climbing up. But now it's Hagrid's turn. Two halberds remaining.
Right. I'm actually going to move towards that one.
Okay.
To melee.
All right. Let's see if you can smite that motherfucker.
That was a critical fail.
On this one, you raised your hand up, and I imagine your character would say something like super heroic, and 6 seconds go by, and you're still just standing there. Just completely forgot to swing down. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Bonus action?
I didn't. That was not a successful melee.
Yeah, you still have your bonus action.
Okay. Sacred Flame, I guess.
All right, let's see what my save is. That's a natural 5. Set that guy alight.
14 radiant.
14 with radiant. So you sit there, and with your hammer, you kind of psyched out the halberd. If halberd could see, it's looking at your hammer as you send a sacred flame out, and it just immolates. And at the end of the sacred flame, you just see a whole little pile of dust right where that halberd was floating.
Floating dust. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I would sit there and compare it to that one scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark, but halberds don't have faces. Yep. That brings us to Lucian. You're up.
Okay. I will just attempt, and for now at least, an Eldritch Blast at the remaining one.
Okay.
All right. 16. Sorry, no. I don't know why I added 4. No, it was a 20, a 24,
Hits.
and a 17.
Hits.
Okay. Uh, 30 damage.
30 damage. Explain to me how this battle ends.
the Eldritch Blast hits the blade of the halberd and starts to refract, and all these little eldritch beams hit the stone, and little pebbles fall to the ground as the head of the shaft, or the head of the halberd, ignites the shaft, and it crumbles in ash.
All right. As you guys sit there and you end this battle, you still hear the sounds of like somebody quickly climbing. Like through the tower, you begin to hear muffled voices. Sounds like they're a few hundred feet down from you. And as you look into the center of the room as to where the heart was, there's no longer a giant floating heart, but there's a small crimson jewel just floating where the heart once stood.
Anyone have a boomerang?
I know somebody has a hammer of peace.
I wonder if I could, like, shoot an arrow at it and knock it across, although there's a good chance I just knock it down, or it doesn't move.
No, it's like it's floating up and down, oscillating a little bit.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's worth a shot. I don't think we
Yeah,
can reach
I'm
it.
gonna fire an arrow and try to pin it to the wall.
All right, roll with disadvantage because this is such a narrow time. No, you're a ranger. You've probably done shots like this before. Just roll.
Okay. 26.
Yeah, you hit it, and I'm gonna roll a D100 to see what the reaction force on this is, because I don't know how to roll this. 66 was the result on that. So you weren't able to pierce a jewel because that would be ridiculous. But you're able to knock the jewel out, and it appears like there's this arcane rope that's attached to the jewel as it sits there and it gets knocked away from where you guys are standing, and then swings towards and then away.
How close? Like, is it like when it swings towards us? Is it like almost grabbable?
I would say yes. Especially with the reach of Hagrid, he might be able to try to like grasp at it.
All right. Can I roll to see how good my timing is? Eye-hand coordination?
I mean, you can roll. The DC is going to be really low. It's can your character grab something?
I'm assuming you've grabbed things before.
Just roll a dexterity check to see if you sit there and like realize, oh, my hands can do this. Don't try to kick it. This isn't soccer.
Gosh, that's only a 10.
You still grab it. It's can I grab a slowly moving jewel that's on a predictable pattern? As you come through and you just grab at it, you feel like normally with all the metaphors you've heard about like hearts, you expect there to be some sort of warmth to it, but it's icy cold. As you look through, the jewel itself is cut into a heart shape. Based off of rumors that you've heard, this is the heart of sorrow. This is what individuals in the Amber Temple, through some of the scrolls that you've read, believed gave Strahd his immortality.
All right.
I mean, do the rest of us realize that that's what it is as well?
If you're looking over Hagrid's shoulder, but with the sounds of voices coming closer to you, I would not know how your characters react to that.
I would be very as a former Thieves Guild member. I would be very interested in the big heart-shaped like sapphire.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those that your character can clearly find out. So I would say yes.
All right, guys. Look, I got the jewel. Their voices are getting closer. I suggest we back out of the room. back into the hallway at least,
Okay.
and then we'll take a look at this thing.
All right. Esmeralda, who looks a little beat up, is like, yeah. One request. Can I be in the back?
As in leaving first? Yeah, go ahead.
Whoop.
Go ahead, Hagrid. I'll take up the rear.
Yep. And you guys, just in time, sit there and create your choke point. Let me get the tokens out here. You find Babala Saga's creeping hut. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I think you did. How did it climb the stairs?
It's tiny chicken legs.
I'm going to recommend, Lucian, you get behind me. Lucian.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do something.
Is this... Oh, I know what you do.
As these 4 individuals come scurrying up, running pretty damn quickly, they sit there and they look, and they kind of expected to see the heart there. And then they look into the hallway, point, and just go, them, get the jewel. We're going to keep the same initiative count. We ended on Lucian in the battle, so Leovan would be up.
Perfect. I'm going to take a step forward.
Okay.
I'm going to take out my rapier, and I'm going to jam the ground and say, "You shall not pass."
As you do that, the 15-foot high archway at this door, begins to immediately get this marble wall that slides straight up. For the concept of this, there is now a 15-foot high white marble wall closing up that 10-foot square.
How did you do that?
Yeah, cool. What was that?
Remember when we got our weapons blessed?
Yeah.
That's what mine does.
Oh, nice. I thought you were going to cast Spike Growth. That's even better. So clearly, Hagrid, they're after that thing in your hand. I think we should smash it. As much as it pains me to smash such a large gem.
I have a hammer.
So does Hagrid. I think both of you hammering like Chinese guys hammering poles in the ground.
One, that seems kind of offensive. And 2, we're in Barovia. There's
I'm talking
All right,
about the...
set it down. Let's go.
Yeah, go.
All right, so I guess now's as good a time as any. I heed Lucian's request and place the heart jewel on the ground.
Yes.
And I am going to smash it with my warhammer.
All right. Roll an attack with advantage because you're hitting an unmoving, non-sentient object.
It is a prone gem.
If it would have been regular if it was just in your hand, but now it's on the ground. It's technically prone.
It's no longer grappled. It's prone.
Yeah. Actually, no, grappled. It's still good advantage. I'm just kidding.
It's an adjusted 26.
Let me check the AC of the stone here. Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
All right, so I have to roll damage still, or is this?
Yes. If your weapon has the siege ability, double the damage.
I don't know what siege ability is, but
So you don't have it.
that is going to be 8, 9, 14.
14 damage. All right. As this comes down, the jewel itself gets a little bit. There's this loud clang that comes down. There's an imprint on the ground of where the stone is. I don't know enough about being a jeweler to know how that reacts to a gem like that. But you clearly noticed it did something. Yeah, D&D, the only game in which you have to figure out exactly how to smash a gem.
Wait.
So is it Still intact?
It's still intact, but it took damage. It's if you were playing Destiny right now, it's still there, but there's a number that popped up where you hit it.
I have an idea. I pull out my crowbar and I put it on top of the gem. Leovan.
I take out the hammer of peace and I smack it.
I'm not going to make you roll for this because you're getting aided by Lucian and you already had advantage. Damage.
How do I roll damage?
Yeah, what's the damage for a hammer?
Oh,
Peace.
Well, the damage comes from the chisel, doesn't it?
it
Yeah,
comes
it's
from
both.
team effort. I'm going to treat this as an improvised weapon, so let's go 1d4 plus your strength.
Okay. I rolled a 3.
Okay.
My
And
strength is +1.
okay. So that does 4 damage. There's a nice little chip in the gem now.
Totally worth it.
Yep.
Okay, Haggard,
Do I
you
get
try.
the extra attack?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Leovan, what'd you say?
Do I get the extra attack?
Sure. Time's not an issue here. You just hear some guys like pounding on fucking thick marble wall. And it's surprisingly the least gaudy thing that you've seen in this castle. It's tasteful marble. Nice job.
Keep it classy. I rolled a 2 + 1.
Okay, another chunk comes out of this.
All right, so it sounds like we do it magically somehow, but I mean, I am using a +1 weapon on it.
Yeah. Based off of what you guys have done, you're clearly doing it. Given enough time, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll a D100, and this is how many seconds it takes for me to complete the task of smashing this Heart of Sorrow. Because this is something that the book literally did not prepare anybody for.
Really?
Yeah. It takes you 77 seconds, a little over a minute, just bashing away. Hammer of War, Hammer of Peace. Hammer of War, Hammer of Peace. Crowbar gets in there somewhere, but it's now absolutely decimated. It now looks like redstone dust in Minecraft.
I want to bag up the dust.
Yeah,
All right.
let's do that.
Yeah.
Are we gonna snort Strahd's immortality?
I was thinking maybe, but more just in case.
It's an entire jewel's worth of dust that might be used for a spell component.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, so that ends this plot point so far. The hard part is you're going to have a hard time getting through the wall you just made to get back down.
Is there a way down in the area behind us?
Allow me to check the map here.
It looks like there's maybe a staircase.
Thought that's how we came up.
We came straight up the spire that the heart was in.
Yes, there is another spiral staircase right here that is descending. And that you're now in K58, which means I move a number of pages. Yeah, as you take a moment to take stock on this, standing across a perilously high stone bridge, a strong wind blows across the slender bridge of stone and masonry. The bridge's old iron railings have rusted away years ago, leaving the bridge without handholds. The wind itself, while being strong, is not strong enough to actually move you guys.
That's good.
Yep. This isn't like me, freshman year of high school basketball, trying to walk to practice in 50-mile-an-hour winds, and the amount of basketballs I had at my back were just pushing me 10 feet to the side with every gust.
What's the determining factor for the amount of dice you can roll to recover hit points?
It's your hit dice is basically based off of your character level. Since you are a cleric, it's whatever your hit dice is times your level. It gets a little bit more confusing for Mike and Corey because they multi-classed, but for you, it's pretty simple.
Mine's pretty easy too because it's the same. It's a D8 anyway.
Okay, maybe I'm just really understanding right now, but
if you're asking about taking a short rest to heal using your hit dice, you have 11D. I think you use a D8 to roll for your hit points, or is it a D10?
Okay. No, I wasn't getting that was a number instead of a multiplier. Okay. Yeah, if we could, I'm in bad shape, and I think Esmeralda might be too.
Yeah, I've seen better days. There's been hunts that went better than this one. There's also been hunts that went a lot worse.
I mean, it's going to take them some time to get through that wall, and also if they try to double back around and come up the staircase, I'm sure that that's going to take some time as well.
You know, it's going to be a shame that they're destroying such high quality marble.
I think Laven can probably do it again at some point.
Not infinite amounts.
Not infinite amounts, but like we could definitely see this fine craftsmanship again sometime down the road.
Yeah, but there's a part of me that really hopes that the Pride of Strahd will have him, chisel out that marble and he makes a statue out of it. He's occupied for a few months, and then we stab him in the back.
It seems unlikely, but I want to get out of this wind, so I'm walking in here.
Either that or I use a cure wounds on myself.
No, we've got time to take a short breather. Let's just make sure that we're watching our exits. I haven't been in this part of the castle before. Thankfully, nothing's going to take us from behind, or at least we'll know when that wall starts deteriorating.
She said, "Take us from behind."
Oh, shut up!
I'm going to.
Yeah. I'm going to use some hit dice.
Yeah, same.
Yep. Esmeralda's hit dice will be whatever the book says it is. Otherwise, I get to decide because I'm the DM. Okay.
Alright. I'm maxed and all of my abilities are refreshed.
Mine is 8. She'll spend another 2 hit dice. That's 13.
I have to run to the bathroom really quick.
Yeah, we'll take a break right now. Hey, Scott, roll the loot crate ad.
7.
No. That's run the commercial.
Oh, this presentation is brought to you by Loot Crate. I don't know what Loot Crate is.
Well done. Oh man, I think this is our first game in a while where I'm not the first one that has to use the bathroom. For those of you who want a World Cup update while playing D&D or listening to it on Twitch, Mexico beat Germany. First time that the Germans have lost their first match since Norway's World Cup back in the 70s.
It's also the first time the Germans have lost to Mexico since the mid '80s.
Well, of the 4 times that Germany and Mexico went in the World Cup, this is the first time Mexico won.
Yep.
Germany handily took the last 3.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Mexico. As a U.S. fan, congrats, but I hope that you guys become worse than the U.S. team someday. With all due respect, though. With all due respect. Because everyone knows as soon as you say it with all due respect, you can say whatever you want.
And that's what I'm understanding.
Yeah. All right. Everyone coming back in?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and continue on. We are on 57 now. In this room you're currently standing in, as you're taking your rest, the 60-foot diameter tower roof is brimmed with battlements. A slender stone bridge with no railing spans the gap between this tower and the slightly taller tower to the north. This is that tower they were talking about, the one that you were just in. To the east, the high tower of Ravenloft thrusts skyward with no apparent opening at this level. Black boiling clouds hurl rain down from above. It looks like My Chemical Romance would definitely shoot a music video here right now. But as it stands right now, you guys look to be alone.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of surprised that Strahd didn't like come flying out of that heart to attack us when we started destroying it.
He doesn't live inside the heart.
Well, maybe,
Yeah, it's not
like a trap kind of thing, you know, like ah.
All right. So, what does destroying the heart give us as an advantage, if any?
Well, if my calculations are correct, it means that he's mortal.
So when we kill him, he doesn't
Still
come
with all
back.
his abilities.
Yeah,
Probably.
he's still powerful, but when we kill him, he stays dead.
I mean, he's still a vampire, but now if he sits there and gets killed as a vampire, as long as he doesn't reforge that covenant, we've got a chance to end him. That being said, when we do kill him, can we still stick a wooden stake through his heart just to make sure?
Yeah,
Maybe
absolutely.
like, how many do we have?
And we should decapitate him too.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Well, we have to. In order to get out of Barovia, we have to bring the head back to the. Hunt? Is that who's doing this for?
The Bloody Hunt, yeah. That's the contractors for his head.
Look, all I'm just saying here is I'm totally okay with there being more individual parts of Strahd when we're done with them.
Yeah, we can.
It's terrible to say, but if we separate all of his fingers, his toes, and his organs, and we put them on different areas of the map, I'm kind of okay with that.
Dibs on his left hand.
All right. Well, should we head down this tower and I guess try to find Strahd, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, Laven, roll a listen check for me. This will be your D20 plus your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
That will be a 18.
18. You can hear through the marble, like just faintly, one of the vampire spawn that's on the other side is just like, no, don't you sit down. Don't you take that rest. Don't you fix those wounds. You better not go down those stairs.
I don't think they want us to go downstairs, guys. So let's go downstairs.
Yeah, that means that's the place I want to be.
All right. Let's copy and paste you guys down somewhere else. What's the map I want? Map number 7. Oh. So that takes you guys. Same map. Huh. Go figure.
What? We're just in that bottom left part of it
Yep.
now, right? Yeah.
You're now down here. The stairwell still continues to descend downwards, but yeah, there's a door right there for you. That is K48. Jumping around the book. Yeah, all it tells you is this spiral staircase is dark and dusty.
What a great combination.
Yeah.
As we're traveling here, I want to take out the sun sword thing and try to figure out how it works.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you definitely could have done that during the rest.
I just just remembered it.
Yeah. At this one, you just feel this like brimming energy throughout the blade in his hand. You get the idea as you close your eyes and focus on it. You get this sense of betrayal and anger and loss, and it puts this image into your mind as this visage of Strahd gets closer, that it's just this sword carries a great deal of animosity towards it. At that point, your vision fades away. You see another half-elf individual with black hair turn around and immediately gets thrust with a sword into his chest. The view kind of turns around and you see that this individual looks, and its last view is of Strahd back when it was younger. And at that point, Strahd kind of just sits there holding the sword in, twists, realizes what he does, and just lets go of the sword, dropping this person down to the ground. As Strahd then begins to try to turn around and quickly walk away, trying to remain unseen. Based off of what the Tomb of Strahd allowed you, gave you insight, you get the idea that the Sun Sword contains the personality of Sergei, Strahd's brother, that he first killed. The sword itself acts as a +2 longsword, and that has a couple of other cool abilities. Once I find them. Yeah, it has the properties of a Sunblade. +2 Sunblade. Yep.
All right.
It also turns on like a lightsaber. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
All right. Do we go searching on this level, or what do we do?
It's I am tempted to, but my worry is that we'll run into more, things to have to fight and just more obstacles in our defeat of Strahd.
Are we just going to run around the castle until he appears, or are we going to have to search for him?
There was a prophesized final fight.
Oh, yeah. That was the library.
Mm-hmm.
So we just need to try to find the library.
Yeah. To give you an idea of where the library is, let me actually look through the library. Your face is all, we should go to the library. Your face is all red like a strawberry. Don't have kids. Where is the library?
Scott, so I think one of the best shortcuts you could do for adding the Sun Sword to your library, or to your things, is just to go on D&D Beyond and add a Sunblade to your inventory.
Okay.
If it has the same properties, just with the personality of Sergei.
Where the hell is this library?
Yeah, I found a Roll20 thing on Sunblade.
Yep.
So
That would work.
I think
As well.
it'll make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out that the prophecy's full of shit. I don't see a library in here. I know there has to be a library. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a keep. There's got to be a library. What keep doesn't have a library?
I mean, hell, the castle's got its own account and an elevator trap. There has to be bugs.
That's true.
Otherwise, I'm just going to decide one of these rooms is a library.
Wait, hang on a sec, Jay. Cave
Nope,
37.
Yep, I found it. That was what I was just going to tell you. So, what you know is that this is... You're about 2 floors up from where you want to be. This is on the upper floor of the main castle and not in the towers.
Okay. Well, then I guess we should probably keep working our way down then.
Yep. All right, you guys want to go down? Let's party into map 6. Which leads you from there, because that's full of vampire spawn knocking on things, to here. There we go. That brings us to room number K47.
Our map didn't change yet.
Oh, because I have to move you there. That's right, you just don't see what I see.
Right.
Because that would be simple.
Oh my god, I'm so far away.
How did Crispin get here?
Crispin.
Hey guys. I was writing my notebook. Went away for a little bit because it's getting really good, and I didn't expect you to be here. This is awkward. As he gets put back to the GM layer where he belongs. Yeah, as you come down, right along this wall right here, you see, come to a dark landing, 10 feet wide and 20 feet long. And Hagrid, I'm going to put you back here for a second. Yeah, 10 feet high, 20 feet long. A cold draft of wind rushes down the spiral staircase at the north end of the east wall and whistles mournfully through the room before straightening down the stairs to the south. An ornate square rug covers the floor to the south. Set into the west wall is an iron-bound wooden door with a wooden trapdoor set into the floor in front of it. Hanging on the north wall, above the trapdoor, is a framed portrait of a handsome, well-dressed man with a serene but penetrating gaze. You know this as the picture of Dorian Gray. I mean Strahd. The worst I've ever read in my life. Because I have not read Twilight.
Can I would like to, sort of like, if I could switch spots with Leovan.
Go for it.
I would like to try to, like, use a dagger to, like, pry the, photo, or not the photo, the, like, the painting off the wall from the side here, and see what happens, like, when it lands on the floor.
It turns into Strahd. No, I'm kidding.
Ah.
Close quarters fight.
It says something does happen.
I was gonna cut his eyes out.
I'm gonna draw a mustache on him.
Depending
All
on
right.
which way this thing falls, we could do both.
Look, guys, just roll for pranks.
Roll for shenanigans.
Yeah, as you set your dagger in and trying to knock this portrait over, it kind of, like, you knock it off. It's more like it's a mount, and it doesn't fall. It just kind of floats there.
Why does everything here float?
It turns towards you, and I'm going to have you make a... okay.
Told you we should have cut his eyes out.
Roll a save, and I'll let you know what it is once I look up the spell.
Okay. Oh god, it's a 1.
Shit.
All right, add your wisdom modifier to it.
Okay. So
Or, I'm sorry, wisdom saving throw. It's a wisdom saving throw.
that makes it a 3.
All right. For those of you who are looking at Leovan right now, you just see this jagged, twisted crown appear on Lucian's head. Right now, Corey, you must use your action before moving on each turn that you make, making a melee attack against a creature other than the portrait and other than yourself.
Oh, goody.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we see this, like, the crown on him.
Yes, you all see the crown. Hagrid, roll an Arcana check.
Do I recognize this?
Hold up. What's your Arcana check, Hagrid?
7.
You've seen the after effects of this spell before. This is one that clearly means everyone ill will. Leovan, roll an Arcana check.
5.
You've seen this spell often in the Feywild, where a lot of creatures that mean ill will do this. Esmeralda's going to make her Arcana check. Natural 19. At this point, she sits there, jumps back, and says, he's not under his own will. Get away from him. Destroy the portrait. And she moves in, and Esmeralda is actually going to take the heat from your attack of opportunity. So roll to hit Esmeralda, Lucian.
Okay.
With BAO.
I have to use BAO.
Yep.
24.
What's that?
24.
24 hits. Roll just regular damage.
Right. 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. Damn it. I need to get Crispin out of the GM layer. There we go. At this point, she sits there and goes like, just attack the portrait now. Let's roll initiative. Ooh, not good for either of my characters.
Please be good.
All right. Who thinks they got high?
22.
All right, yeah. Anybody get higher than 22?
Not higher. Pretty
Yep.
close.
What'd you get?
20.
All right. What'd you get, Corey?
24.
Yeah. Lucian goes first.
Ugh.
All right. I guess I will.
You can start.
Attack.
Yeah, so you'll have to attack first.
Yeah, I have to attack first, and
Then you can choose to move. At the end of your turn, you can make your wisdom saving throw to resist.
okay. All right. I guess I will just roll to see who I attack.
Sure.
Leovan. That's a natural 20.
I think it'll hit me.
Luckily, I rolled a 1, so that is 8 damage.
Yay.
All right, that brings us to Leovan next.
Do I get to make my wisdom saving throw?
Yes, correct.
Okay. A 13.
A 13. You were able to, like, you sit there, As your blade gets into Leovin's hand, like Leovin sits there, sees the blade come of the scimitar, and just grabs it and cuts at his hand a little bit. But he like knows you're not of your own. You sit there, look into him, shake off the effects. The crown disappears at the end of your turn.
Woohoo!
Yeah. At this point, now it's like you sit there and you finish your attack. Leovin lets go, and now it's his turn.
I'm taking out that sun sword
Go for it.
and figure out how to turn it on.
You just sit there and think, it's like, man, it'd be great if I could slash with this. You just...
And then I'm going for the eyes of the painting.
All right. Roll to attack.
That's a 21.
Ooh, unfortunately, that doesn't hit a painting. No, it does.
I was like, what?
It's got a natural armor of 5. You just have to not crit fail.
All right, and that is 14 slashing,
Okay.
16 because it's plus 2.
Yes. Okay.
And is it undead?
It's a painting.
So no.
No.
Okay,
So
that's all the
here's what happens. As you sit there, you catch part of the frame of this, and you slash right across. You tear a good portion of the portrait. It's still floating, still moving around. You get the idea that it's hanging on by whatever thread count is remaining.
Okay, I'm gonna slash again,
All right.
and that is a 26
Hits.
and 10 slashing.
Yeah. Describe to me how you like to destroy art.
I'm fixated on the eyes. I want to stab it right in the eye.
All right, cool. You sit there, and your second stash comes in, and the sword's wide enough where it gets both eyes on there. You just turn it around a little bit, and you just keep on going. The portrait falls, but you're still just twisting around. Ah, man, you solved my portrait that's cast spells puzzle.
I can't
And
believe
by that, I mean you Wizards of the Coast portrait that cast spells puzzle.
I can't believe that we all rolled so high for initiative.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Jay, would we be able to take 5 or 10?
5 or 10 minute break.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for it. We'll come back at 1:20.
All right. Sorry, guys.
No problem.
No, you're good.
That happens.
Was that Crown of Madness?
It was.
Fucking float. Why does everything here float?
Because it's a
We
fun
all
boss
float
fight.
down here.
I bet all of Strahd's shit floats too.
Here's the thing: he's thousands of years old. He has to cast levitate on certain parts of his body.
So
All right. So, by the way, guys, one thing that I've noticed, or what Aaron said today in the chat, is that he'll be able to come in next week for sure. Does anybody else have any conflicts that would not allow them to play next week?
I don't think so.
Let me double check. I don't think I have anything. Nope.
All right. Would you feel more comfortable? Would you feel better with the idea of going right up to the lead-in with the fight with Strahd, and we stop right as we're about to roll initiative? Because this way you'll get Aaron. We get another chance to see if Mike can join.
I guess given the sort of time constraints that we have due to the holiday, that does kind of make sense.
Yeah, because that's the big thing. Because what you wanted to be done at 3.
No, I don't have I don't know what time I'm going over to my parents yet, but I know that Scott, you needed to go at 4:30.
Yeah.
Because I also have to get down to campus for summer academy check-in.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a couple more things I need to prepare for that. So it might take another 90 minutes or so in order to get straight into that fight. We'll have a little bit of a prologue to it, what I'm predicting. And then as you get, it'll be like in Captain America Civil War, where there's that slow-mo, everybody's coming in to fight each other, and then we just hit pause before the first punch is actually thrown.
It seems reasonable given the amount of time it's taken us to get where we are.
Yeah, because this is like a typical big bad evil guy fight. These battles are measured in hours. Like if we started this Strahd fight right now, we might not get done till about 5:30.
There's a guy named Rodriguez playing for the Switzerland team.
Corey, did you end up watching Mexico Germany?
I did, yeah. Did you wind up going for a bike ride this morning?
I failed at a number of things this morning. For whatever reason, lately, I'm just old, and so if I have a few beers, I sleep really terribly.
Sure, yeah.
So I was just exhausted this morning, and I was like, I'm not gonna go out and get sick.
Yeah.
So if we end early, I might still try to get one in this afternoon.
Yeah.
Even though it's really hot.
Yeah, I mean it's hot, but it's still it's doable. It's not like it's like a death sentence or anything.
No. Oh yeah, it's not even 90.
Really?
No. At least not according to my phone.
Out here, it's 91. Yeah, I did. I watched the whole game. I just had it on mute while we were playing.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So we were talking while you were gone. Do you know right now if you have anything going on next Sunday.
No, I don't think there is.
Okay, because did you see Aaron's message in the group chat from this morning?
Yes, I did.
So Jay's saying that with the time it's taken us to get to where we are, and likely about estimate of how long it'll take us to get to the library, that it might make sense this week to basically get to like the lead-in for the Strahd fight, but not actually fight Strahd. And then next week we'll have more party members, a chance to another chance to have Mike, and also by the time we get to Strahd, it might be like 5:30 by the time we finish fighting him.
All right, that's great timing because I just finished my crackers. Yeah. So we just finished destroying a picture of Dorian Gray, and we'll take it right back into where we were. There's still the trap door right in front of you, door right past it, and a really nice rug.
Yeah, watch out for that rug.
Hang on a sec. What?
I want to go all the way against the wall because I want to stay as far away from that rug as possible.
Okay.
Oh wait, that doesn't go through. Oh, there's a door.
Yeah.
So yeah, back against the wall like it's a ledge. I want to try to get to the door.
As you Mission Impossible like wall slide across, roll for Tom Cruise.
11.
You look like 11 times as tall as Tom Cruise.
I'd like to take like a handful of ball bearings out of my burglar's pack and kind of toss them onto the rug and see if anything happens.
While I'm out here, I shoot a look at him like I think he's still got the crown thing going on.
Yeah. Yeah, roll to hit. Just D20 plus your dex plus... Actually, no, don't even bother rolling. It comes over, it spreads out. The rug doesn't do anything. However, based off of your knowledge of trapped things, it typically knows the difference between animate and inanimate objects hitting it. Otherwise, rugs and smothering will usually just collapse itself up whenever dust falls.
So is there a hidden trap underneath it?
I mean, I was
Only
thinking,
one way to find out.
I was thinking that it was, like one of those rugs that comes to life and tries to suffocate people.
Right.
I mean, it still could.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, let's not find out. Esmeralda just kind of looks here and goes like, does anybody have a torch?
I think I have a
We're
couple.
clearly past no stone unturned, so why don't we just set the thing on fire and find out?
That is a great idea. I feel like I should have a torch, but I don't see one in my list.
Apparently a burglar's pack does not come with any torches.
I have one.
How do I not have torches?
Because you suck just like me.
Because you can see in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you have an explorer's pack, it comes in that.
Do I have an explorer's pack?
Anyway, Hagrid's torch.
I hand the torch to either Lucian or Esmeralda, whoever will take it.
Esmeralda will take it, uses the cantrip firebolt to light the torch on fire, and just goes, Laven, press against the wall harder as she just throws it out onto the rug. Let's see here. We'll roll some damage on this rug. That's significant damage. As this comes in, the rug immediately begins to burn. and compresses itself in around the fire, and that's how apparently you can beat a trapped burning rug. It totally was a rug of smothering. You guys were right to not trust it. And guess what? You just got a rug to commit suicide.
Sweet.
So do you think they've invented psychoanalysis by now? Because I'm starting to have this unnatural fear of tapestry. All things clothes.
Yeah, like tapestries, anything woven, or even desks. We've had bad luck with seemingly inanimate objects lately.
Or houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, creepy nuts, yeah.
Guess what, guys? Your next big bad evil guy will be an art collector. Just tapestries everywhere.
Can I,
20 characters go, ah! No! Art!
Can I, investigate the trapdoor to see if there's any, traps or anything on it?
Yeah, roll an investigation on that.
Okay. Alright, that's not bad. That is gonna be a 20.
Yeah, so, based off of where you generally thought you were, you open the door expecting to see some sort of, giant shaft. But instead, you see, just a hallway. It's about a 10-foot drop down. You remember about the elevator trap. Estimate you're roughly right above it and realize that this is how to escape the elevator trap.
Huh.
Yeah.
I close that before Laven falls in. We already had one man on a ledge today. I don't need another one.
Yeah. Hey, another movie.
I want to pop this door open.
All right. As you open this door, you find out it is room number K49. This is Strahd's man cave.
K49. Tell him what he's won. Strahd's man cave, really?
Yeah. Now, as thunder shakes the tower, heavy beams grow under the weight of the ceiling. 3 ornate lanterns hang by chains from these beams, each casting a dim glow. The curved west wall is fitted with 3 windows of leaded glass and steel latticework. A bookcase sits on the east wall between 2 doors. Plush, overstuffed chairs and couches are placed about the room. The fabric has faded with age, and the patterns it depicts are nearly gone. Lounging on one couch is a handsome young man whose attire, while elegant, is worn and faded. And give me 1 second before we continue on.
It's like Strahd's manservant.
Or like his manservant.
Yeah. That's the image that I think of whenever someone says manservant.
Actually, manservant is the second one is probably the right inflection. I'm Escher. Charmed, I'm sure.
Oh, you were listening to us talk. Yeah. So you're you're Escher.
Yeah. How'd you like the all the stairs in here? The sideways ones. They're very, very interesting.
It was hard to tell which way they went and when they started and ended.
Yeah. I was the one who came up with those stairs. That was me.
That's
It was my one hit.
my one hit.
Can we determine whether or not he's vampiric?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the end of that.
Is he a vampire?
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if everyone in here was going to be.
No, I wasn't laughing at your question. I was laughing at Jay's answer.
Yeah, Escher, Vampire of Strahd, manservant. I do things that need done. Unfortunately, less is needed now. Oh, by the way, you guys certainly pissed off Strahd, and he wanted everybody to kill you. But one, he's pissed. I'm not sure he means that. And 2, there's 4 of you and 1 of me. So we all know I'm going to die here, so I'd rather just not fight you.
That's surprisingly reasonable.
It is. That's very logical. So while we're being transparent, he does mean it.
Oh, yeah. I don't talk to him much anymore.
But if for some reason it comes up when we do attempt to remove him, we won't mention your name.
Good. I'm glad you'll forget the classic name of me, Mortimer Cornelius Escher, Stairmaster.
So while we're in here, Escher, is there anything interesting in this room? Any artifacts of particular import?
I mean, there's a couple of self-help books here. This is when Strahd realized how lonely immortality was. He wrote a few books about the subject.
Oh God!
And then subjected all of us to that bullshit fate.
Yeah, very sorry about that you had to go through that.
Yeah. At least I was in the era where you could have bought chainmail dickies to prevent vampire bites. Those kind of went away for a little bit.
All right. Well, I guess we should probably leave you to whatever your business is.
I mean, you guys can hang out. We've got books. We can play parlor games. You're kind of the first people that haven't ordered me to kill someone or tried to kill me. And oh God, it's a century already.
Yeah, at least time moves quickly for you.
I mean, no, it's painfully long. I got nothing.
I agree with my compatriot here, though. Where is Strahd? Do you know where he happens to be right now?
He's in his war room, or he calls it his war room. It's just his flippin' study. He's probably yelling at Rahadin, doing some crazy bullshit, trying to find new spells to come take you guys out. I know I'm not supposed to be telling you all this, but honestly, whatever. Like, I'd rather him not pay attention to that bullshit dude. I mean, he turned him into a flying goddamn vampire. Actually, there's a really good book about this. As he begins looking through the, he goes, oh yeah, Life Among the Undead, Learning to Cope. I highly recommend it if Strahd bites you. It'll help you get through the initial stages. And if you want somewhere to live, here's Castle Building 101 for dummies. Turns out, get a lot of stone and stack it.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Yeah. Actually, there is one thing I'd like you to do. As he removes his ring, and hands it to you, Lucian, is like, I promise, there's nothing up with this. It's just a ring. But if you wear it, on your hand while you fight Strahd, you better kill him, because he'll know I sent you directly to him.
Can I tell if he's lying?
Roll insight.
Alright. Say 25.
You've noticed that vampires usually have some sort of double talk, and this one here seems to be disillusioned enough where you're not getting the sense of doublespeak. He seems forthright. Based off of the conversation you had so far, he seems kind of like a jilted ex.
Okay, I accept the ring then. I don't put it on yet though.
Yeah, it just goes like, you better kill him, because if he knows I sent you, I am in a fate worse than death. That's like daily death, like death every day.
Well, I mean, no one goes into anything hoping to fail, so.
Yeah. All right, get out of here.
I kind of hold up my my closed hand with the ring in it and nod and leave the room.
Hey guys, you finally didn't kill an NPC that was a vampire.
I'm still thinking about it.
I was thinking that might be a mistake.
I'm sorry, why would you kill MC Escher?
He seemed he seemed pretty honest, guys. I don't think he really is part of the problem.
You're so glad that I'm glad that Esmeralda was looking at the burning carpet, because otherwise she may have had a dissenting opinion.
I'll find a way to kill him later.
I mean, if it's the will of the party, that's fine. We can do that.
I'll kill him later.
Well, I technically can't admonish the action, but if there were to be battle, I would obviously be able to defend you guys.
I think we should save our energy and kill Strahd first, and then we'll come back and kill the rest.
I mean, I'm also working under the assumption that once we kill Strahd, that a lot of the people that he turned into vampires may in fact just die.
That'd be cool.
Actually, no, that's the thing. They all turn into Hugh Jackman instead.
That's also a win. So
yeah, it becomes a country full of very handsome, amazing actors and singers that all have metal coming out of their hands.
Sounds like a peaceful nation to me.
That's right.
All right, where to from here?
I think.
Downstairs?
Yeah.
Going down the sideways stairs. Yep, as you come around, that brings us to K21. K21 on K21. Map 5.
Oh my god, that guy's name is Lichtensteiner.
Who?
One of the Swiss players.
Yeah. In my Be a Pro Tottenham bottom. He exists.
Ooh, are we back here? Because I wanted to explore that place.
Now you guys are right here.
Woo! Have we been on this floor? Oh wait, yeah, we have. This is the floor with all the statues that Laven was asking questions to.
Yep.
Somewhat painful.
Super adept at that. You're now at the upper floor of the two main floors of the castle, underneath the rooftops now. The staircase still descends down, but there is a door directly in front of you. That is K21 still. Let's go back and read that description. Why did I go complete Senior Chang?
Because you're a serious and inscrutable man.
Thank you. Fluttering torches illuminate this spiral staircase. A chill wind rushes down the circling stairway, seeming to kill the very heat of the torches. Okay, 35 in the front.
It's so windy outside, guys, that we are 3 floors down, and it's still windy.
Well, this is a castle.
Yeah. I mean, castles are known for their heat retention.
Yeah, they don't generally have windows or anything like that.
I find it interesting that the like with the descriptions, like it sounds like the wind is following us down the stairs, like from that open stairwell at the top. It's just like it's like
nobody can hear you because as soon as you enter Castle Ravenloft, there's just this sound the entire time. You could be in the basement still. I'm kidding. If it's not obvious.
I'm glad it's not me, because I thought I was going deaf.
It's actually tinnitus. Everyone has tinnitus.
I honestly thought that was just the sound that came out when Tony opened his mouth.
Yeah, where is the little gnome, by the way? Smash cut, he's just firing a shotgun, AS is slashing everything. Pausing is like, come on, you vampire fucks! Clearly, the gang did minorly befriend a single vampire. They want to kill him just like I do. Smash cut back to the group.
He put himself in his own bag of holding, and he can't figure out how to get out of it.
That, however funny that would be, unfortunately, that automatically kills individuals.
All right. Do we want to check this out, or do we want to keep going down?
Well, do we know which room the war room is actually supposed to be?
Escher did say that it was like his study, so I'm assuming he still means the library.
Yep.
I thought that was.
Yeah, it's a correct interpretation.
We were in the man cave.
Right. Jay said he was looking for the library, and then we showed up in that room. So I was.
Oh no, Jay was just trying to figure out where in the castle, like on the map, the library was. He couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's almost like this is all organized, and I'm not.
We've still been just working our way in a linear progression down the castle.
Okay.
So we haven't gotten there yet. We're still a floor above it, I think.
These stops may not be on purpose, because this is where we need to be. They may just be happening.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't think I want to go through that hallway because I'm sure that whatever those two things are that are standing in the alcoves are.
You don't see it yet.
I'm just gonna. All right, sorry, metagaming.
Everything in here is trying to kill you anyway.
Tell you what. Let's. Why don't I see like if there's anything in the hallway ahead, and we can kind of make a decision from there. So I'd like to quietly crack the door and peek into the hallway.
Yeah, as you do that, a door of delicately engraved steel stands at the west end of the short, dark hallway. Intricate details stand out clearly on the door's surface. The door seems to shine with a light of its own, untouched by time. Flanking the doors are two alcoves in shadow. A dark, vaguely man-shaped figure stands in each alcove. They're wearing trench coats.
Really?
No, I would like to enter my distrust of doing this.
Dude, they're wearing a trench coat. That could be anything. Even more trench coats.
It could be three ducks standing on each other's shoulders.
Oh, I gotta see this.
Castle Ravenloft, birth of low-level anxiety in every adventure ever.
Are we exploring just to find things to fight? Because I think we have everything we actually need.
Yeah, I was just seeing if maybe it's worth checking out or not.
No, that's fine. I just if we're doing it just to do stuff because we're not going to do the Strahd fight, then yeah, let's do whatever.
But you guys still have to get to the Strahd fight.
Yeah, right? I don't want to get too beat up.
Also, so I agree with that. Like, I think we should still act as though we were going to fight Strahd today.
Yeah.
But also, metagaming for a second, bathtub full of blood, I don't want to do it.
Opposite reaction to the bathtub full of blood.
So logically, I think we should probably continue down the staircase.
Yeah, that probably makes the most sense.
Yeah. And then as you guys head down the staircase, deeper down into the regular Great Hall of the castle, those trench coats remain unmoved by time for the remainder of Barovian history. Those ducks decay. The middle one dies first. I have to figure out where we are.
I think here.
That looks like it makes sense.
Two of them, but yeah, that's the same shape as the ones we were in before.
Yeah, and also too, like we never continued up this staircase. Once we got to the room with the accountant, we continued through that room into Strahd's throne room.
Yep.
Where he stopped being invisible, and I cut him while
Attacked.
we ran away.
At this point, you're back there. Fast forwarding a little bit, as you come out here, Strahd says, "There's like, I can't believe you're so stupid to fall for the same trick twice." Thunderwave. Rewind back to the current moment.
This is the main floor of the castle?
This is...
No, it's one above.
Right, yeah.
Well, yeah, this is map 4, Court of the Count. Map 3 is titled Main Floor. It's almost like I am terrible at reading maps. There's a reason why my characters are terrible at reading maps.
The DM's an unreliable narrator. Get him. I'm sure that at this point we would probably recognize the chamber of the Count and continue down.
Yeah.
All
Been
right.
there, done that, took all that gold. That was the platinum. We took the platinum. Because gold is heavy.
And there we are.
I think that's right.
Looks right.
Yeah, that's right. You in the right place.
Right place, wrong party. There we go.
There you go. Just make sure that your HP is right, because I did not realize that you came up through here, so I just left your tokens there.
Yeah, I just fixed mine.
Yeah, just fix yours.
I haven't changed mine because I've just been doing it on Roll20. But there.
On dndbeyond.com.
Yep.
You got the perfect vampire to TPK parties.
All right, now we're on the main floor.
Your cheese call you Dick Cheese.
Do we? I know, like, didn't like Rahadin went this way, and that was like to like a kitchen, right?
Well, there was organ music.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. The creepy organ
There's
music.
organ music. And given enough time, Rahadin has probably left.
You don't know that.
You're technically right. I have to roll dice to find that out.
Although if he's not there, it would probably benefit us to if he has not left. I mean, it would probably benefit us to defeat Rahadin before we fight Strahd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's try and dispatch him.
Yeah,
Let's see what's going on in there.
let's go where we last saw the Rahadin.
All right. As you enter in the... that's K10, yes?
Nobody look at the statues.
Three enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls. Supporting the ceiling, those white marble walls, which are the statues you're talking about, support the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with many delectable foods. Roasted beef basted in a savory sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, and sweet fruits and vegetables, none of which are gluten-free. Places are set for each of you with fine, delicate china and silver. At each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid of a delicate, tantalizing fragrance. I English. At the center of the far west wall, between floor-to-ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in the tone of the greatness and despair. It sounds like wind. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, a single-caped figure pounds the keys in raptured ecstasy. The figure suddenly stops, and a deep silence falls over the dining hall. It slowly turns to you.
Hey, buddy.
Hold up, I need to continue reading.
Hold your hay, buddy.
Yeah, he turns around and just sits there and goes, the Anti-Me Alliance. Welcome, welcome. Take a seat.
It's Strahd?
The one, the only, the magnificent.
Debatable.
Look, I have to inform you that the day in which you came into Barovia was the single most momentous day in your lives, when you got to see the greatness that surrounds you. But for me, that was simply Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday?
Roll for day of the week.
11.
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
Dang.
If any of you guys knew the movie I was referencing there with Ricardo Montalban, you're welcome.
I immediately thought of like Solomon Grundy. Strahd, I mean, have you looked around Barovia at the poverty, the destitution, the bleak dreariness, the mustiness of it all? How is this a momentous day for us?
For one, you're still alive. For two, for any civilization to be great, it has to trample over some unfortunate volunteers.
I don't think they volunteered.
We can debate that all hours of the night, but yeah, and he just sits there and gets lost in thought.
So this is decidedly not a library.
It decidedly is not, yes. Your observational skills are impeccable. You don't eat in libraries.
Maybe you don't.
Yeah, I'm not a heathen.
Well. So why are you having issued a gag order on us? Why are you here playing the organ, and why are you not attempting to kill us?
Roll a Arcana check for me.
Okay. 13.
Yeah, those questions kind of get your motor in your head going. It's like, yeah, now that I've noticed this, Strahd hasn't even gotten up from the piano bench.
I throw a ball bearing at him.
Roll to hit.
What am I adding?
Proficiency and dex modifier.
Okay. That should be a 14.
Yeah, that hits. At this point, you just see the image of Strahd just kind of dissipate into smoke. As you hear this unhinged laughter as the illusion fades. However, the food on the table and the beverages on the table do not fade. Those were real.
I would like to take one of the goblets filled with the enticing amber liquid and pour it into the enchanted ewer and see if it changes at all.
It changes from like a rosé style wine into a Merlot.
I think the food and drink is good. I think it's okay. But if we're still worried about it, I do have. Yep, I have almost 2 weeks worth of rations still. I expected that camping trip to take a lot longer. Well, so there's no Strahd, there's no Rahadin in here. I guess we should keep
Play the organ?
play the organ.
Yeah, roll for melody.
16.
As you're playing around, I don't know if you have any musical proficiencies, but as you're coming around, it's like you know that one song on the piano that you play just by making a fist and rolling over the black keys?
Yeah.
As you do that, you just happen to get it in the right area, and you just one key go down, just kunk, as the organ begins to slide out. Yeah. The organ slides outward about 2 feet, and you see a secret door on the back wall behind the organ.
That seems
I
promising.
did not expect that to happen.
It opens a secret door to this room here on the top of the map. How to open trap or secret doors without realizing it's a secret door.
Organ edition.
And other things that Leovan has done.
I just want to kind of slowly poke my head through and look around.
As you do, the castle courtyard is visible through arrow slits in the north and west walls. Leaning against the walls are mirrors of various sizes, some as tall as a human, and others small enough to fit in a backpack.
Do vampires like mirrors, or they just can't be seen in mirrors?
I mean, would you be...
roll for hypothesis, I guess. I don't know.
19.
Yeah, you make up a hypothesis, and I'll guess what? It's right.
Okay, they don't like mirrors because they can't be seen.
That's actually what the book says. Congratulations.
Yay! I'm gonna look around the mirrors. Is there anything? Does there seem to be anything special about them?
There's some writing on them. Mostly, it seems kind of like tongue-in-cheek about Strahd not being able to actually see himself. One of them has a very crude sketch of himself. It looks like this guy clearly has had mental breakdowns on the regular, and the mirrors have been one of the victims of it. And let me tell you something, Strahd's not much of an artist. Yeah, but congratulations, you found the mirror storage room.
That's fun.
Is there anything else around?
There's that hallway down there.
Is it...
Esmeralda goes like, oh, no, wait, hold up. Grab some of the smaller mirrors. We might be able to distract him with it.
See, I know there's a reason we brought you along.
Because I actually kill things?
What are you saying?
How many
Who found this secret door?
Vampire Overlord before?
Alright, I'm gonna pick up.
You didn't come in here, it's like, hey, by the way, my name's Leovan, Vampire Hunter.
I'm gonna start introducing myself that way.
You know what? If you kill Strahd, I will sit there and I'll corroborate every story you tell about it.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up one of the smaller mirrors.
Alright. Put it in your inventory. It's trapped. You're now stuck in Mirror World.
You're in the upside down.
Yep. You're now floating out into space. until the next Superman comic comes out.
All right. Do I see anything down this hallway?
Let's find out. Yeah, you see a high dome ceiling caps the 30-foot wide octagonal room before you. Frescoes faded with age adorn the ceiling, but their images are impossible to make out due to time. Tall, thin arrow slits look out over the courtyard. This looks like it's just a defensive position in case the castle ever fell under siege.
Okay. Well, I guess head back out and.
What if we go down this way, though?
As you come back in, Lucian, you just see Esmeralda eating all the food here.
Is it even warm?
Look, it's roast beef. As a cold cut, it's still just fine.
I'm gonna shout back down the hallway. There's a staircase back here.
There is a staircase back there. God damn, what's with you guys and stairs?
We ran into Escher.
We're on.
I want to check out all his stuff.
We're on the floor we need to be on, though.
I'm just. How do you know?
Because we have a map of this place.
Do we?
We do. We got it from the Amber Temple.
Oh.
The long, hollow sigh of the wind breathed a semblance of life into this otherwise featureless staircase. Let me tell you, you found the most boring staircase in Castle Ravenloft, Laven.
I'm the winner.
Yeah. All right, guys. I don't mean to sound intrusive here, but is our goal here to just explore Ravenloft, or is it to make the direct path to Strahd?
Make the direct path, but I don't know where the library is.
Yeah, I don't know where we're going.
Based off of the map, it looks like it's up a floor. So if we just go up this big ass staircase that we first saw when we entered in, I think it's pretty close to there.
Okay.
All right, we never went that way, did we?
No, we didn't.
No, because Rahadin said to go up that way.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm not going to listen to this guy that I killed once.
I mean, yeah, we killed him. Dead people should stay dead.
That's right, Doug.
All right. As we get the group together. Smash cut to Tony still shooting things.
Laughing maniacally.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like he is just Strahd in a different context. As we head up to floor 4, and we find that big ass staircase. That's not the staircase I wanted.
Even on this level?
Hold up then. Up 30 feet, up 20 feet to map 4. Oh, I see where you are now. All right, as you guys head up, you are now back to the throne room where Strahd sucker punched you guys.
Ah.
So, not pictured was this little bifurcation of the grand staircase, because it split into 2 on its way back up, where it came out here and here.
Okay.
Okay.
And then for those interested, the study. Hold up, I just had this. 37, yeah?
That's what I have K37 written down.
Well, next time I run this module, I'm circling K37 on the map itself. Because I've had it and lost it like 3 times now. Oh, okay, I see what happens. K37 is 1 floor up still. Yeah, on the same floor as the bathtub floor below it.
Oh.
Yeah. So Esmeralda goes like, yeah, if we still need to go up, going through the accountant's room because we know it's safe?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
All right. And then we'll fast travel there as well. And yeah, you guys are at the staircase. The room in question is this one right here in the center of the map.
Oh, okay. With the giant fire hearth.
Okay.
All right, well, I guess we get to see if there are ducks in these trench coats after all.
I can barely contain my excitement.
Well, then after you.
Fine. Oh, wait. No, did I already move? We could try to, like, sneak by.
Yeah, we could definitely attempt that.
I'm gonna pass without a trace on the group.
Okay. Everybody gets plus 10 to their stealth roll. And we'll roll stealth to see if you can get by what appears to be statues.
Or ducks.
Look, you just know there's trench coats.
36.
I'm going to say that passes.
I have 33.
I'm going to say that passes.
19.
16 plus 7 is a 23. 33 on Esmeralda's stealth. By the group check, I believe you guys can get past trench coats. As you get to the steel door, you just hear a bunch of chattering. As you look in, there are mice that have climbed on top of each other in like a Voltron-esque fashion in order to make a humanoid-style shambling creature.
We were pretty close with the ducks.
Yeah. But apparently with the amount of bait that you just put into this room, they can't see you.
The amount of what?
Bait pen that he just breathed into this room. It's just a giant fog cloud.
That's my secret to pass without a trace.
Yes. It's not at all like South Park where it's just you naked and hoping that nobody actually like brings up the fact that you're there because they're so embarrassed by the fact that you're naked.
All right. Next room, I guess, yeah?
Yeah. That brings us to room K36. Dust assaults your lungs. A sweet yet pungent smell of decay fills this room, in the center of which stands a long oak table. A blanket of dust covers the tabletop and its fine china and silverware. In the center of the table, a large tiered cake leans heavily to one side. The once white frosting has turned green and moldy with age. Envelopes hang like dusty lace down every side of the cake. A single dial figure of a well-dressed woman adorns the crest of the cake. Suspended above the web-shrouded chandelier of forged iron. That's just a sentence fragment. Yeah, suspended above this cake is a web-shrouded chandelier of forged iron. An arched window in the south wall is draped with heavy curtains. Resting in a wooden stand by the window is a dusty lute And standing quietly in the southwest corner is a tall harp shrouded in cobwebs.
10 gold if you eat the cake.
Pass.
Leoman, you notice that there's a vibration in the sun sword when you walked into this room.
I'm going to take him out and see if I have some way to communicate with him or it.
It sends the feeling here is that this is where, like this was something that he greatly longed for and never got to experience. You get the idea from the vision it sent earlier that Sergei was killed before his wedding to Tatiana by Strahd.
Hmm. Do you think... I'm going to ask him if he wants to cut the cake.
I mean, this is... For a sentient sword, you found out what an annoyed sword feels like.
Just trying to help.
I guess just keep moving.
I'm going to pull the curtains open.
The amount of light shed on the cake makes it look even more ugly now.
Ew.
Yeah, but you have doors. Based off of the map here, you have a door here, you have a door here, and the window out to the ledge here.
Ooh. I want to pop the window open.
Let me tell you, it makes the room smell better because it's now more than just moldy cake.
And step out on the ledge.
You are a man on the ledge.
Mission Impossible shuffle.
Ba-da-da, ba-da-da.
Go in this one.
I can't use it anymore because it's not a public domain song. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Lehman?
I want to go through the window here.
Yeah, you're trying to do anything other than the final boss fight, huh?
I heard there was a bathroom.
Yeah. The walls are lined with iron hooks upon which hang black capes and formal wear. 2 arched windows in the south are covered by heavy curtains. You find 28 capes and 16 sets of fine clothes are being stored here. Red satin drapes hang in the hallways that connect to the closest adjoining bath chamber, which is the bathtub full of blood. Here's the fun thing about it. They're all the same item, like Doug Funny's closet. It's just 28 capes and 16 fine clothes, all the same item.
I want to put on one of the capes.
You realize that you just found Strahd's personal closet.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you're now wearing Strahd's cape.
Cool.
Plus
Pick
one,
a random number in there.
+1 to looking like Strahd.
If there's any hidden compartments inside.
Yeah, let's kind of... I want to sift through the closet, see if there's anything else in there.
No, I meant in the cape.
Oh.
Secret
Are there
pocket.
anything in the pockets?
Like pockets, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Roll a D100.
Ooh. 66.
You see a Post-it note in there. And the Post-it note has what appears to be a to-do list. The first one is convert to paper currency. The second one is finally write write my biography. That one's crossed out. Make a ska band. I don't. It's a bunch of random things in here. It just seems like it's a to-do list.
No, hold on to that.
Find ways to make trumpets work with rock bands.
Can I tell if this blood is like human? Is it fresh?
Yeah, as you enter that room, red satin curtains hang in archways at both ends of the south wall of this dark room. Between them, in the center of the chamber, stands a large ornate iron tub with clawed feet. The tub is full of blood. Hold on one second. So, what are you doing to the tub itself?
Well, I want to know, like, what is it first? Like, is this human blood? Is it, like, recent?
It doesn't appear to be recent. There's some dried blood, like in smaller concentrations, but it's still mostly in its typical liquid form.
Do I have any idea what this is used for? Like,
Oxygenation.
okay. I'm just gonna tip it over.
As that happens, there is the blood itself quickly spills out and then vanishes. You see a humanoid style figure kind of just remain in the tub and quickly thrusts at you, puts like its hand right through your head, and you see a vision of a maid that worked in Castle Ravenloft being fed upon by Strahd. She sat there in the tub and slit her wrists, denying Strahd the chance to make her a thrall. As soon as that happens, you are now in just a empty bathroom.
Interesting.
He does not clean up very often.
The blood itself is not there anymore.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, this is all part of the manifestation of this spirit.
Interesting.
It's like 13 ghosts.
Alright, I'm gonna rejoin the group.
All right.
Did they
Surprisingly, splitting the party did not punish you.
any comments about the cave guys?
You look like a jackass.
You look villainous.
I was going for jackass.
Congrats.
Yeah, mission accomplished. Does it have any secret pockets?
It has his secret to-do list.
Ooh. Is it diabolical?
He's talking about ska bands.
Pretty diabolical.
Oh, I apologize for everybody that loves ska music that's listening to this.
So do we all want to go through this store, or maybe try to find multiple points of entry?
I mean, I don't think that splitting us up is a good idea. Not yet, at least. Not without knowing what's on the other side of this door.
Okay.
I mean, we're going to be best coming from a single entry point as well, because we'll have to split ourselves up and hope that the other person makes it through, find a way to time out our entries.
Yeah, there's just a lot to try to orchestrate without the ability to communicate.
If we were able to like have a flying dragon overhead that we just held off ropes for, we could all crash through windows. That's probably the best item here, but we don't have rope, we don't have dragons, and this room doesn't have windows.
Yeah, it's a pretty flawed plan at the end of the day.
I still really like that plan.
All right, we'll find you a dragon, some rope.
Let's do it.
I put
I'll
my
just scream, dragon.
put my hand on the door and push or pull or whatever the door open and
Sliding door. Sorry.
what?
It's a sliding door, sorry.
Push, pull, slide, just like King Leonidas, kick it in, whatever. I open the door.
All right, as you come in, you see Strahd the Immortal in his study. Let's read some shit up.
I want to walk in like with the cape held up to my eyes like Dracula.
And we've got this right here. We're going to bam. Yeah. So as you come in, he goes like, "Oh, finally, someone here has acquired some tastes. That's a dashing cloak that you have there. I think I have one just like it."
You're a fashion icon. What can I say?
I do my best. It's nice to know someone's appreciative. As you look around, you see a blazing hearth fire fills this room with rolling waves of red and amber light. The walls are lined with ancient books and tomes. Their leather-covered covers are well-oiled and preserved through careful use. All is in order here. The stone floor is concealed beneath a thick, luxurious rug. In the center of this room is a large, low table, waxed and polished to a mere finish. Even the poker in its stand next to the blazing fireplace is polished. Large, overstuffed divans and couches are arranged about the room. 2 chairs of burgundy-colored wood with padded leather seats and back cushions face the hearth. A huge painting hangs over the mantelpiece in a heavy, gilded frame. The warm firelight illuminates this carefully rendered portrait. Its exact likeness is Irina Kuliana, with her standing right next to it. So let me get that token. I've used so many damn tokens. Where is she? All right, I'll have to update that for the next part of the fight. Here we go. Right now, Irina right now is has her hands and feet bound, and her mouth is covered with a cloth gag.
Does she appear to still be human?
Yeah, she doesn't look like a vampire right now. But and this one comes in, it's like, so, suppose you've come to rescue your friend.
I mean, that's one reason why we're here.
Oh, really? What would the other one be? Is it the obvious? You're here to kill me.
No, actually, I'm here to claim the deed to your castle.
Roll a deception check.
That's a natural 20 plus 12, so 32.
He kind of looks around, looks directly at you. You're a funny one. I believed you there for a few seconds. But let me tell you that this land exists because of me. He begins to walk towards the coffin here, and he opens it up. And inside the coffin you find... hold on, let me get the token out here. Yet like a exact replica of Strahd that just sits up, remains silent the entire time. It goes like, oh, and by the way, it belongs to him too.
You're twins?
It's one way of saying it.
That's the brother from the sword story.
Sergey?
Yeah.
Don't say that name.
Sergey.
Sounds like you're gay.
What's the matter there, Ancient One? Is it a little bit of a sore spot?
Sergey has taken everything that mattered to me. I have spent 400 years finding Tatiana, and now I have her. At this point, you realize that based off the age of the statue right next to Irina that looks exactly like her, there's no way they would have predicted what she looked like 400 years ago, which is about your guesstimation of how old that statue is. You begin to get the idea that not only is Irina very similar in appearance to Tatiana, it appears to be the recycled soul of Tatiana.
Like a Buddhism, like reborn kind of thing.
Kind of like every soul that Strahd hasn't yet consumed just gets recycled into another body. Yeah.
Oh.
So, I've had a fair amount of run-ins with your party whatsoever, and it seemed that no matter what I did, you escaped. And that's when I realized what my problem was. There wasn't enough of me. So I'd like you to introduce you to my best friend, Strahd. And our best friends. At this point, he casts, just waves his hand around, and you see 3 more copies show up of Strahd around him. And the same thing happens with Strahd too.
So there's like 7 Strahds now.
There are now 8 Strahds.
8.
I want to try. I have no idea if it'll do anything, but I want to hold up the mirror and see if any of them show up in the mirror.
None of them show up in the mirror.
Okay. I was hoping only vampires didn't show up.
Well, Strahd, we have been traveling your lands and taking in all of the shittiness that you've wrought. And we've brought Sergei here with us to teach you once and for all that no means no.
And that's where we'll end it for this week. This way, you guys can sit there and spend the week planning what you'd like to do. Yeah, it's, I kind of just want to leave it there because we're at a good stopping spot.
All right. Well, I will end the stream then.
Thanks for another episode of Jaygeons and Dragclarks, and get ready for a 4-hour boss fight next week.
Yeah.